What simple financial decision prevents 90% of the problems, of the financial problems? 90%, my friend. What financial decision could do that? The reality is this: most financial problems don't come from bad investments, they come from one bad habit. And it has to do with this financial decision. If I could give only one financial advice to a young person, it would be this: spend less than you earn. Simple as that. It may be simple, but believe me, most people are not able to do this. Most people are not able to spend less than they make. And why is that? Because today is too simple to have credit in your life. It's too simple. You have credit cards, you have banks, you have finance, everything. So, sometimes you may not notice, but the money that you are spending is the money that you do not earn yet, that you are going to make in the future. Let's say that you are buying things with your credit card and you are going to pay in the next months, not month, but months. The reality is this: is that the money that you are spending right now, you you do not earn it yet. You are going to work to make this money that you already spent. But what's the problem with that? Everybody does it. But although everything looks fine, you do not have a margin of safety. Simple as that. Spending less than you earn creates a margin of safety. Because most financial problems happen when people live at the limit. It seems that everything it's fine until something goes wrong. If a car breaks down, a job is lost, an emergency appears, and all of a sudden, it's a crisis. But when you create margin, you no longer depend of the money that you are going to make. So, in the reality, it may seem that you are just doing something conservative, doing something that people used to do in the past, boring people. But in the reality, what is really happening is that you are buying freedom. You are buying options for your life. If you are living paycheck to paycheck, you do not have freedom. You need to be there resolving the problems every day. You may have the feeling that you can keep paying things with your credit card if something happens. But you will be able to do that just for a short period of time. And after that, what you are going to do? You know, when I think about our lives, it's easy to understand that the most important thing is time, and that work normally is trading time for money. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't work. That's not the point. Actually, it's quite the contrary. I think that we should work always, but not because you need. You should do it because you want, because it's something meaningful, because it's something that you want to do. You know, I have seen videos of people saying that we should retire as early as we can. And when I think about that, for me, it's something really interesting because I am only 47 and I could be retired now with the money that I receive from rents. I could be retired. I could be retired when I was 40, but I don't want to do that. I want to work. And why is that? Because I like my job, I like what I do, construction business. But you know something? A lot of what I like in the construction business is related to the fact that I'm not obligated to do it. I do it because I want. So I can feel excited with a new project. I can feel that I'm doing something meaningful. Think about that. I'm going to build a house, for example. People are going to live there. People are going to have their lives there. Or if I build a warehouse, for example, people are going to work there. They are going to do different things for the society. For example, the warehouse that I own today, there are business there. There are um, pet shop in one of them, a motorcycle shop in another one, a car dealership in another one. People are going there every day and they are living. This is something incredible to think about. And they are doing that. One of the reasons is because I provide the real estate property for them to do that. Now, another thing that we need to think about when it comes to spending less than you make, it places you on the right side of the compound interest. You know, um, people who need credit usually they pay interest. People who spend everything usually need credit. So, people who pay interest spend years make someone else richer. So, to build wealth, one of the most important things is to be at the right side of the compound interest, not paying, but receiving. In what side you want to be? Someone may tell me, but what can I do? You need to put together a plan. Understand your situation right now, understand where you are, and deciding what you are going to do from now on. I'm not starting to do this today. I started something around 25 years ago. And now I am receiving the benefits of what I did in the past 25 years. So, being on the right side of the compound interest, working because you want, these are all good things. And these are all important things. So, we may think about a lot of sophisticated aspects of investing, a lot of complicated aspects of investing. But if we have to pick one decision, one habit that changes everything, would be this: spending less than you make. And a lot of people here in Brazil, the situation is a lot worse because here in Brazil, people make less money. I know that in US you have that problem too, but in Brazil it's much worse. And the third thing that I'd like to talk to you, but in a certain way I already said it, is this: the power to choose. This is the most important thing. It may seem that you are just doing something, like I said, conservative, but the reality is that you are going to be buying up the power of to choose of what you are doing with your life. Like I said, when I am building, I'm doing it because I want. And if I run out of money, I can simply stop the construction, wait a few months, and then start again from the point that I stopped. You know, because when you think about this, you may think that money is about buying things, but real wealth is about buying options for your life. You can leave a bad job, you can survive a crisis, you can start a business, you can refuse bad opportunities. Like in my case here, the last construction that I finish, I want to sell it. It's a house in a nice neighborhood here in my city. But you know what happened? The interest rates here in Brazil right now, are too high, and I was unable to sell it. And I received a lot of bad offers. And what I did, I refused all of them. And instead of um, selling the house, I rented. And I'm waiting uh, a better moment to sell it. And I'm not building anything right now, but I am saving money, and in a few months I'll be able to start to build again another construction. And that last one that I finish, at a certain point, I'm going to be able to sell it. So I have a lot of options. What I'm going to do? I'm going to do what I want, what is best for me. But Why can I do that? Just because I spend less than I make. And I've been doing that for 25 years. Simple as that. So let's put everything together here for the last time. First thing, spending less than you earn creates a margin of safety. It will be, you're not going to be struggling anymore. You have a margin of safety. Second thought, it places you at the right side of the compound interest. Instead of paying interest, you are going to be receiving interest, which is much better. And the third and final one, it gives you power to choose what you are going to do with your life. All right, my friends, this is all that I have for you today. Thank you all for watching, and I see you in the next video.